Before we get into this, a quick spoiler warning for the following anime. In 10th place, Itachi's true motive. The revelation about Itachi's true motives do humanize him a bit. His sacrifice for the greater good, because it was morally questionable, challenges the idea of heroism and villainy within the story of Naruto. It left the fanbase split on whether his actions were justified or not. And honestly, I can agree and disagree with arguments from both sides, which just shows how good this plot twist was. Even further than that, it had the exact same effect on Sasuke that it did on the fanbase, because he went from hating his villainous brother to becoming a villain himself through misunderstanding the complexities of Itachi's sacrifice. This should probably be higher, but it isn't the only Naruto one, so I had to split it up a bit. Salim Bradley is Pride. Salim Bradley's true identity as Pride adds a sense of paranoia and betrayal to the story. The fact that he was so close to the Ulrich brothers, but was actually their enemy, emphasizes the paranoia and betrayal aspect that I just mentioned. And it was pretty unnerving to watch. You know what else would be unnerving? You not hitting that subscribe button right now. Thanks. 8. Al's death. When Al dies, everything changes. Light has to come up with new plans because his rival is gone. He also starts becoming more of a maniac. And the show starts getting exponentially eccentric. Is that the word? Basically, the show just becomes fucking mental once Al dies. The biggest thing about the twist for me is Death Note seemed like it was going to be an ever-changing game of cat and mouse between two geniuses until one of them barely wins at the end. But that wasn't the case. Which I don't know if I'm mad at or not, because I think the show is still amazing with the way it is done. But it's not what I expected. So, good plot twist. And rest in peace, Al. 7th. Archer was Emiya. I have a personal attachment to this one. So, a couple of years ago, one of my best friends and I were working at a store together. And he was forcing me to watch every single anime that he had seen. Which is actually how I got into anime. Kind of. One of those anime was the Fate series. And at the time of watching Unlimited Blade Works, I also happened to be learning Japanese, to no avail, might I add. I don't know how to speak Japanese. And while watching the show, I randomly said to him that Shiro, as in Shiro Emiya, the main character, Shiro means white. And he very nonchalantly said, "Oh, that's cool." And then when I learned about the twist, when it actually happened in the show, he told me that when I said that, he was like, "Oh, that's cool." Walked out of my vision and freaked out, thinking I was going to crack the case and reveal the twist for myself. But luckily I didn't, because I'm pretty stupid, and the twist blew my mind. So that's good. I just rambled without actually discussing the twist. In 6th place, human souls are the requirement for the Philosopher's Stone. The reveal that human souls are the requirement to make a Philosopher's Stone adds a really deep and moral dimension to Fullmetal Alchemist's power system. It forces characters to confront the ethics of their strive to get power. Basically, to say that in a way less douchey way, is their need for a higher level of power as valuable as a human life? Who knows? In 5th place, Lelouch orchestrates his own death. The way Lelouch planned his death really fucks with your head when it's revealed, and the way that it's revealed. His death sparks a lot of questions about his character. Was he good? Was he bad? Was he justified in what he did? I personally don't think you can justify mass murder, but at the same time, I think you're deluded if you think peace can be achieved with zero sacrifice. So I am undecided on whether or not he was justified. And that's what makes this twist so good. In 4th place, Bertolt and Reiner are Titans. The reveal that Bertolt and Reiner are the Colossal and Armored Titan is a super pivotal scene in Attack on Titan. It really blurs the line between friend and foe within the story. And his reveal was also shocking in the sense that it revealed that there could be more Titans within the walls. But this one just felt mad. Bertolt and Reiner blended in with the scouts/recruits so well. And Reiner was a protective figure for most of them. So this reveal, or this betrayal, should I say, hit really hard. I also love the way that they revealed it, with the wide shot of the two groups walking and talking. and then you can see subtitles and hear voices for both groups, which made it feel kind of unimportant, but also super important at the same time because it's the first time they did a scene like that. I think that was a masterpiece of a shot. I thought this was the biggest plot twist in the show, but there's more to come. Third place, Toby's true identity. I did figure this out while watching the show, but seeing other people's reactions and other characters' reactions makes this a big plot twist. The reason for that is I had no confirmation that he was actually Obito. It was just guesswork. And once I did have confirmation, Toby / Madara being revealed as Obito reshaped mine and probably everyone else's perception of his motivations. Basically, Obito is a hopeful ninja that falls into villainy through a deep-seated need for revenge and a boiling anger within him. And that adds a lot of depth to his character. This twist also emphasizes loss, trauma, and corruption of power, which is really good to see because it adds so much depth to the arc. And my favorite thing about this entire plot twist is seeing Kakashi's reaction, because that shit rocked his whole world. In second place, Ace is Roger's son. This twist fucked me up. It left me in shock. I literally had to pause the episode once it was revealed and pace around my room like this. This twist adds so much complexity to Ace's character because we have a lot more understanding on why he idolizes Whitebeard so much and why they have this huge bond. This twist did wonders for the Battle of Marineford. At first it's like, oh, the Whitebeard crew needs to rescue Ace, who's a crew member and a captain. But then you get the twist and it's like, holy shit, there's so many fucking layers to this. What a twist. Before we get into first place, let's take a look at 3 honorable mentions that just barely missed out on the top 10. Darby is Toya. This is only an honorable mention because I predicted it very early on, kind of like with the Obito twist. Unlike the Obito twist though, once I did have confirmation that Toya was Darby, or Darby was Toya, my perspective of his villainous motivations didn't really change, and his character didn't get that much more depth, except for when he fought against Todoroki. Then I was like, oh shit, this is cool. So still a good twist, but only an honorable mention. Honorable mention number 2, Galileo shipwrights being a part of CP9. This is a bit more of a personal one. I don't see a lot of people talking about this twist, which is weird because when I discovered the twist, I felt fucking rocked. I was like, there's no ways I would have ever predicted that. And it really stuck out to me because I feel like I can predict twists fairly easily sometimes. And this one came out of left field and just knocked me. I mentioned this on my recent Water 7 review video, and someone left a comment saying that Oda didn't intend to write this twist in, which is why we didn't see it coming. But either way, I think there's a place for it, and it was done really fucking well, whether Oda meant it or not. And the last honorable mention, the existence of Mali and other countries. How betrayed did you feel when this was revealed? Suddenly, 3 seasons of life within the walls that you watched feels somewhat meaningless. What once felt like the whole world within the show was suddenly just a large prison. That fucked me up so much. I actually believe this belongs in the top 10, but I don't want to have too much Attack on Titan in there. And now, in first place, another Attack on Titan plot twist. Eren manipulates Grisha. This was so confusing, and then it was mind-blowing to me. It took me 2 watches to truly understand what was happening. Eren's ability to influence his father through inherited memories adds a whole new layer to the complexity of his character and also the overarching story. It's like the final nail in the coffin to the whole fest of plot twists that happens over these few episodes. The first being Eren and Zeke working together, then Eren betraying Zeke, then Zeke having the upper hand over Eren, then Eren playing Zeke for a fool by making Grisha eat the Founding Titan through inherited memories, and then there's that iconic scene Man, what a mind fuck and so much to digest. But honestly, greatest anime plot twist ever. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think are the biggest anime plot twists, and I'll see you next week. Please like the video, please subscribe.